Cedar Point is one of the best parks in the whole world if you really love roller coasters. Cedar Point is often described as the roller coaster capital of the world, and it is easy to see why. Cedar Point is home to 18 different roller coasters, and on top of that they have 5 different roller coasters that exceed 200 feet. 2 of them go above and beyond 300 feet, and one of them reaches 420 feet, making this one of the tallest roller coasters in the world. People often say that Cedar Point has one of the best roller coaster collections in the world, and I can clearly see why. But people often discuss which roller coasters are the best in the park, but I'm here to clear things up. I'm gonna rank 10 of the best roller coasters at Cedar Point. Coming in at spot number 10 is Rougarou. Rougarou is your traditional looping roller coaster. This roller coaster stands 145 feet and reaches 60 miles per hour. The trains on Rougarou are flawless, and that means your feet are dangling above the roller coaster track. Rougarou offers a long roller coaster track experience which features different inversions. Rougarou offers quite an intense experience because you take many of these roller coaster elements with a great speed, but all the inversions can be quite repetitive on Rougarou, and there's also a bit of rattle when you ride this roller coaster, and that can make you really dizzy. Coming in at spot number 9 is Gemini. Gemini is one of the oldest roller coasters at Cedar Point, and it opened in 1978. This ride has steel track and wooden support structure. Gemini opened as one of the tallest and fastest roller coasters in the world back in 1978, and the ride experience on Gemini can still keep up with today's modern roller coasters. Gemini has 2 identical tracks following each other, making a race element. Combined with some great airtime elements, this roller coaster really is quite fun, but the track can feel a bit janky when you ride this roller coaster. Coming in at spot number 8 is Valravn. Valravn is a huge 223 foot dive coaster that reaches 75 miles per hour. The signature element on Valravn is the huge drop where people hang on the edge, and suddenly the roller coaster drops and you get this stomach dropping feeling in your tummy. The rest of Valravn's roller coaster track is mainly huge inversions, and the roller coaster train snails through these elements at a very slow pace. That makes everything except the drop on this roller coaster a graceful experience, and that is why Valravn doesn't get a higher placement. At spot number 7 we have Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is called a wing coaster, and that means people are sitting on each side of the roller coaster track, not above the roller coaster track. Gatekeeper is 170 foot tall and it reaches 67 miles per hour. This makes it one of the biggest wing coasters in the whole world. Gatekeeper is known for its huge dive drop and its head-chopping key elements going over the entry of Cedar Point. Just like Valravn, Gatekeeper's layout is mostly graceful except the first drop and the turnaround dive drop. Moving on, we got Raptor at spot number 6. Raptor may not be the biggest roller coaster, but it sure is one of the most intense roller coasters at Cedar Point. Raptor stands 437 feet tall and reaches 57 miles per hour. Raptor offers strong positive G-forces throughout the whole 6 inversions. Combined with a very whippy zero G roll and intense turns, you have a great roller coaster. Raptor can be shortly described as a more intense and more smooth version of Rougarou, and it is also inverted, of course. It hangs under the track. Right in the middle at spot number 5 we have Millennium Force. Millennium Force opened at the year 2000 as the world's tallest and fastest roller coaster. Millennium Force stands 310 foot tall and reaches 93 miles per hour. The best elements on Millennium Force is its crazy airtime filled huge drop and the first overbank turn. The rest of the layout mainly focuses on overbank turns and high speed. Even though Millennium Force stands so tall and fast, the roller coaster layout still lacks a bit of intensity and airtime. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments. Coming in at spot number 4 is Top Thrill 2. Top Thrill 2 was the highly anticipated rework of Top Thrill Dragster. Top Thrill 2 stands an incredibly 420 foot tall and reaches 120 miles per hour. Top Thrill 2 has 3 different launches, where the highlight launch is the backwards launch flying up the 420 foot spike, giving great views and incredible airtime. The last launch fires the guest 420 feet up in the sky and then down a 270 degree spiral drop. The ride is very intense but very short, and unfortunately this ride is not operating because of a lot of problems. Coming in at 3rd place we have Magnum XL 200, the original hyper coaster from 1989. This roller coaster was of course the tallest and fastest once it opened in 1989, and the first roller coaster going above 200 feet. Magnum XL 200 may be old, but it is still better than many modern day roller coasters. This roller coaster is known for its strong triangular shaped airtime hills. These airtime hills give some of the strongest ejector airtime in the world. This roller coaster's airtime is so strong that it could be unpleasant for a lot of people, but for roller coaster enthusiasts and airtime lovers this is pure gold. Coming in at 2nd place is Maverick. Maverick is the definition of no bark and all bite. Maverick only stands 105 feet but it reaches an incredible 70 miles per hour. Maverick has an incredibly intense layout packed with positive G-forces and intense airtime. Maverick is known for its intense first drop, whippy turns, crazy intense dingle dives, and an awesome second launch. Maverick may not be the biggest roller coaster, but it really packs a punch. And for me, it was honestly close to taking the first place at Cedar Point. Coming in at first place as the best roller coaster at Cedar Point and also one of the best in the world is Steel Vengeance. Steel Vengeance is a hybrid conversion of the former wooden roller coaster Mean Streak. Steel Vengeance stands 205 feet tall and reaches 74 miles per hour, and that makes it one of the biggest hybrid roller coasters in the world. Steel Vengeance features a world-class first drop mixed with crazy airtime moments and whippy inversions. Steel Vengeance still holds the record for the most airtime on a roller coaster in the world. That means the amount of time your bum doesn't touch the seat. Your bum flies for 30 seconds on this roller coaster. My favorite elements on Steel Vengeance are the two big airtime hills after the first drop. These offer strong sustained ejector airtime, and there are still a dozen strong airtime ejector hills left for you to experience. Combined with a short and whippy 0G stall and head chopping inversions through the structure, you really have a world-class ride. And that takes us to the end of this video. Cedar Point is really a bucket list location for theme park and amusement park lovers, and this top 10 was just my personal rankings. I really want to hear your top 10 roller coasters at Cedar Point in the comments, and please let me know your thoughts about my video. Did you love it? Did you hate it? But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna say bye bye.